Today in this video, I will teach you about buying on margin. What is buying on margin? So without any further delay, let's start. There are two approaches to earning money from the stock market. The first one is known as investing, and the second one is trading. While both ways are meant to make money from the stock market, there are also some great differences between trading and investing. One of such differences in trading and investing is the difference of requiring capital. By the sentence, we are certainly not intending to say that you don't need any capital to trade in the stock market, but the need of capital and the amount of it is comparatively very low than what is required for investing. Whenever we do trading in the stock market, it is not always necessary to have the proper amount of funds required to purchase any stock. Many of the time, it is seen that traders do trade in the stock market with much capital, which they don't even have. So how do they get the capital? What is it? Whether you, as a normal trader, can get the capital, whether it is legal or not. Understanding the stock market in extremely simple words. Now let's first understand the primary concepts of stock margin. We're going to answer 3 common questions about stock margin from which you can learn the very basics of the stock margin. What stock margin is? In extremely simple words, the stock margin is the money of others. What buying on stock margin is? Purchasing any stock using the stock margin simply indicates that the particular stock has been purchased by borrowing someone's money. Who is the person who will lend you the money? In all general cases, it is none but your broker who will lend you the money to buy stocks using stock margin. The idea of stock margin may sound great, but it is not that easy. To understand it deeply, keep watching the video till the end. To start with, we have to know the differences between a normal stock account, also known as a cash account, and a margin account. Whenever you opt for making a new account at the platform of any online stockbroker, there appear 2 types of accounts to select from. The first one is what everyone chooses, a cash account, and the second one is the special one, a margin account, a cash account. The first one is really simple, a cash account. A cash account is just like any savings bank account, where you can use all the money that you have kept in your bank account anytime and anywhere. You will be allowed to use only the money that you have already kept in your account. The bank will not lend you any money for that matter. So if you have $10,000 in your bank account, you will be allowed to use the maximum amount of $10,000 if there aren't any certain restrictions. In cash account also, if you have a balance of $1,000, you will be allowed to trade stocks or funds of just $1,000. Before talking about a margin account, we should know the reasons. Why would you need a margin account? Everybody enters the stock market with the hope to earn money. The chances of earning money are directly proportional to the amount of capital you have to trade. That's where the concept of leverage comes off. In simple words, from the view of the stock market, leverage is just the expedition of your funds. With a margin account, as you are getting more funds than what you actually have, so you are certainly getting the opportunity to increase the amount of what you currently have using your broker's money. Margin account. Unlike the cash account, a margin account is a type of account that allows the traders to trade using the capital of the broker. We use a simple matrix to see the effectiveness of any margin account. It is just the ratio of funds employed versus the amount of funds your broker is letting you to trade. Let's assume that is sure to be 2 buy-on. In this certain condition, you will get 2x fund of what you have put in your margin account. If you do have $100 in your margin account, your broker will lend you another $100, and altogether you will get $200 to trade instead of $100. And for your information, the $200 amount is now your buying power. The higher the antecedent of the ratio is, the more money you will get to trade. Generally, the ratio, which is also called the margin rate, is not that low in the case of the stock market. It tends to remain between 5% to even 12% in some cases. But in the case of Forex, the scenario totally changes and this ratio becomes 25:1 or even 50:1. Which means that for every $1 in your trading account, you can trade the amount of $50. So while using any broker, you can see the documentation about margins from where you can get an overall idea about what margin rates they are offering. Short selling, one of the best benefits of having a margin account. We generally buy stocks first and then sell them off when the stock price reaches high. But if you, with your technical analysis, is predicting that the stock price of a certain stock is going to be down in the upcoming days, there's a feature in the stock market called short selling with which you can sell the stock at a much higher price, and when the price of the stock goes down, you can purchase them again. This widget is called short selling, which allows you to sell stocks before purchasing them. With a margin account, you can do short selling. What is a margin call? A margin call is another disadvantage of having a margin account. A margin call is the notice from your broker. The notice is given on the side of your broker when the value of your investment in certain areas has undergone the threshold of the marginal value of your broker. In this case, you have to again add some money to your broker's margin account. If you don't do it within a certain time and credit limit, your broker may sell some of the stocks which are declining it really fast and violating the rules. Risk of having a margin account. While there are endless advantages of having a margin account, that has certain disadvantages too of having it. A margin account lets you trade in stocks or other services like Forex with 3x, 5x, 10x amount of funds you have. In general, it may seem that this feature is allowing how to increase your wealth by 3x, 5x, 10x, but if there are fluctuations that disobey your prediction about the stock price, you may even face the loss instead of making any profit. That's why it becomes really risky to trade with high margin rates, especially if you are a beginner and starting with very low capital. If explained simply, trading with a margin account lets you earn 3x or 5x times more than what you were supposed to earn without a margin account. But it also increases the chances of losing money by 3x or 5x times. There are certain charges for having a margin account. In most cases, the annual maintenance charge of a margin account is greater than that of a cash account. Most popular brokerage firms will only permit you a margin account when you have a big amount of money in your brokerage wallet. Margin account or cash account, which is good for me. Whenever you open an account in any brokerage firm, they will ask you to select the account type. You will need a margin account or a simple cash account. Now the question is, which between those accounts is good for you? The simple answer to this question is that if you are an investor and planning to invest your money in a particular stock for at least 6 months, you don't need to open a margin account. But if you are a trader and willing to deal in the derivatives market, you should opt for a margin account. Now let's come to the conclusion. So this was our video on margin account and buying stocks on margin. In this video, we have tried our best to use simple and call upon the words for viewer to understand the topic clearly. We want more readers to understand each and every topic of finance in an extensively simple way so that everyone can trade or invest in the stock market with the hope to grow their wealth. That's all in this video. The best investment and trading options are given in the description below, so don't forget to check them. If you like the video, then like and share it and give your opinion through a comment. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, then do it now and press the bell icon to get notifications of my future videos. Thanks for watching.